Trump is helping Opendoor to go absolutely nuts over the next couple of months, okay? There's a brand new interview by the new CEO of Opendoor. Let's dive into that and much more here in this video.
Welcome to the game, I'm the wolf of Dubai.
So welcome to a brand new video. If you don't know who I am, my name is Danny and I'm looking for stock that I can be very early on. Financial independence was something I created for myself with Tesla. I bought it at 23. I hold it through 11 and bought even more, put my life savings. If I look back, I was so naive, but it all worked out. So here we are. And yeah, I'm talking about stocks that can absolutely explode because of a couple of reasons, okay? For example, a good CEO or a good product or a turnaround story, like for example Opendoor, or maybe all of them combined, right? So this is Opendoor, and before we diving into that, make also sure check out my own product. I never advertise anything else, even when I get crazy offers of 20, 30, 40, $50,000 for a video. I just tell you that my product is the best if you want to have like 80% long-term and maybe 20% of your portfolio in short-term. So with the market volatility, you still can make money with day trading and put either use it as your income or even put it into your long-term positions and average down and then be even more profitable when it all turns around. So if you like that, then make sure to schedule a call. The link is into the description. Link is in the first link into the comments. Very important, guys, because we're raising our joining fee and we have great results. We have people sending me messages that make thousands of dollars in a day. We have people that tell their friends they sign up and like crazy stories all around, like 486 members from all around the world. It's absolutely a pleasure. We're doing this for 4 years now, so check it out. Now, there is something called Trump Homes, okay? An initiative by Trump, who's actually a real estate guy, right? He's a real estate guy, so he knows he wants to build and he wants that people have affordable homes for people. And the number one reason, guys, why there is a surge in homes that they get so expensive is the only thing because the people doesn't build enough. Okay, we have the land, we have the people that are interested to buy, but the regulations are so hard. It's hard to take a permission to buy a apartment block or whatsoever. It takes like 3 to 4 years. We have to have like crazy connections into politics, and that's why I believe that this topic will get better over time, because at some point people will say like nobody can afford a home anymore, right? So Opendoor is about to change it. Trump is about to change it. Here's a quick interview, what it's all about. And this is the newest, brand new interview by Ness. And let's have a look what our CEO actually said.
Well, Opendoor technology stock surging recently. Take a look at this chart there as multiple home builders are working to implement a quote-unquote Trump Homes plans to make home buying more affordable for first-time buyers. The program could allow private investors to rent homes to tenants, with a portion of that rent contributing to a down payment after 3 years. It's all part of President Trump's push to make home buying more affordable, urging the United States government to buy $200 billion in mortgage securities as well. I spoke with U.S. FHFA Director William Pulte last week on this program, on that push. Watch.
It's already had a massive impact. The only issue has been that we have the 10-year, which is driving up mortgage rates. So you have two aspects to mortgage rates, as you know. You have spreads and you have the 10-year yield. We can't control the 10-year yield. That's where the Fed funds rate and the Fed share come in. We can control spreads insofar as we have already reduced mortgage rates through the spreads. So we've done a really good job, thanks to President Trump's decision, at reducing mortgage spreads. You've seen refinancings jump 40% year over year. You've seen actually some cases, depending on the geography, over 100% rebound. So we are seeing life in the housing market. It's directly because the president made this bold decision.
Joining me now is the CEO of Opendoor, Kaz Najatian. Kaz, great to have you. Thank you so much for being here.
Thanks for having me.
And of course, Opendoor is a digital real estate company that buys homes directly from sellers, renovates them, resells them. Tell us more about what you're doing and how President Trump's agenda has actually helped to move that forward.
Yeah, Maria, it's not frequently that corporate executives have to get involved in politics. I'm a business leader. I don't try to talk about politics that frequently. But I do think that America is facing a massive crisis. For the first time in history, First-time home buyers are buying fewer homes, and the American dream is almost out of reach for the average American. The average age of a first-time home buyer is now in the 40s versus the 20s. And I think what President Trump is doing will have a massive impact on making first-time home buyers be able to afford homes. Look, the very cornerstone of this country, 200 years ago, there was a French philosopher that came here called Tocqueville and wrote that the difference between America and Europe and why Americans avoided the road to serfdom was that the Americans owned the ground they lived on. When you own a home, your family has a better future. When you own a home, you're buying a stock in the future of this country. And I think what the president is doing is just excellent work.
Yeah, but we want to know what you're doing at Opendoor as well. I know you have introduced new AI-driven products, working to integrate AI in the housing market operations and designed to automate and standardize the customer experience. How is that going? And tell us how it works.
Yeah, look, one of the main jobs we have at Opendoor is to tilt the world toward homeowners. And AI is an excellent tool that allows us to do that. Let me give you an example. 4 months ago, before we bought a home from someone, we would have to have 11 people frequently offshore review that home to make sure we could buy it, renovate it, and sell it. Because of AI, that list of people is now down to 1 frequently in the United States. So we can make better decisions more quickly and pay better prices to people who sell us a home. So if you go to opendoor.com now, we can give you an offer to buy your home in 24 hours and close in a couple of weeks, which means you can move on to your next thing. That's incredibly important. But AI also allows us to spec homes better and come up with a renovation plan better so that we can shorten the amount of time we spend renovating the home. And this is allowing us to hold homes for a shorter period of time, which means we can sell them at better prices. And so we can pay more for homes, sell at lower prices while having great margin and bringing jobs onshore. And it's been a marvelous experience for us over the last few months.
Well, it certainly has had a move in your stock as well, just recently after going down. Are you seeing an acceleration in business right now?
Yeah, look, we report the number of homes we buy every single week. And if you go, you'll see that we're buying significantly higher number of homes in the last few weeks than we did last year. And one of the things that has allowed us to do that, I do think, has been the changes in the mortgage rates over the last few weeks. We're seeing more folks come into the market looking to buy their first home. And if the 10-year yield goes down a bit more, I think that's going to have a massive boon to first-time home buyers.
Are you expecting rates to go down?
I mean, look, I think these are artificially high rates. And if you look at the trueflation numbers, and if you talk to hedge funds that actually make a living on this, they'll tell you that inflation numbers are down significantly. I think trueflation is now below 1%. And I don't think the Fed fund rate can actually stay where it is for much longer.
All right. Well, we'll be watching. Kaz, thanks very much for weighing in on all of that. We so appreciate it.
So as you can see, we are very, very high conviction. We use AI, we increase the business, and when we will have interest rates lower, the 10-year lower, then this could be absolutely massive. It looks like it could happen this year. Plus, we are in the bridge of profitability for Opendoor as well. I mean, this can be the craziest turnaround story that you have ever seen on Opendoor. Eric Jackson, the Carvana hedge fund guy that bought for a couple of bucks and, Carvana went to 300, 400, sees the same story happening. So imagine Opendoor goes not only to 82 from around 5 now, but also to hundreds of dollars. I mean, this could be absolutely insane. The CEO is absolutely on point. I love him, and I love this turnaround story, and I love if you love it as well. So let me know in the comments what you do with Opendoor, if you're already in or you're waiting, or let me know what you're doing. So with that said, obviously watch me tomorrow because I'm vlogging every single day about Opendoor on this channel here. I have also my other channels, so subscribe to all of them and check out xnDayTrading.com because the grass is always greener on the other side, and we have just a couple of spaces left every single month before we're raising our joining.